Hey everyone, welcome back to another bonus episode of Horror Talks with Tate. My name is Tate Irons and I'm the host of the podcast, and welcome back to season 13 interview collection. So today, I am very excited to announce that a special guest has officially returned since February. So Shayli Reagen has officially came back to talk about season 13. So Shayli, how you doing?
Hi, Tate. How are you? I'm so excited to be talking to you again.
Yeah, me too. I'm doing great. It's
Oh,
so good
good.
to have you back.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has. Like it's
I
been so long.
know the year went by really quick, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, it is kind of scary. Yeah. Um. So I gotta say because like Lewis had told me about season 13, like the gauze, because like Lewis told me that if I love Terrifier, then I'll definitely love season 13.
Yeah, I've watched Terrif. I hadn't seen it. I watched it for the first time prior to shooting season 13 because Lewis had mentioned it. He's like, "That's what we're going for." So I feel like because I saw that, I was able to stomach what went down on set. But I mean, it's brutal. It's definitely like not for the faint of heart or the weak of stomach because it is nasty. It's amazing. The SFX team, honestly, like because I saw them, you'd see them working during the day and them kind of like chipping away at everything, and then you would see something actually in the moment in a scene or on a monitor, kind of seeing their what they prepared like in practice and on screen, and it was just every time I would be looking at it and I'd be like, that's someone I'm friends with, but I feel like it's real. And I'm like, I just had a coffee with them like 20 minutes ago, and I know this is not happening, but it was so good that I think we all kind of were like turning away because they did such an amazing job.
Yeah, they did. I bet they did do an amazing job. Yeah, because I mean, I think like because of how they said about the gore, they'll be like, well, I was like, well, that'll totally be a movie for me.
Yeah, I think you'll love it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will. So, so, how did you get involved in the movie?
Yeah, so I think that it was kind of buzzing around that this movie was being made, I think, within the like UK scene, because I think that I was Lewis and I we've spoken about this a couple times. We were like a couple degrees away from each other, but had never done a project together. And then we did a project together in May, but we didn't have any scenes together, so we kind of met in passing, like in person at least. And he mentioned it to me then, and the summer went on, whatever. And then in September, we did another project together where we were in a bunch of scenes together. So we were kind of together the entire shoot, and we just got along like so well. I don't think I've ever laughed, which is funny because he always plays such crazy people, but I don't think I've ever laughed with anyone more on set in my life. It was like two little school kids kind of just like cracking up the whole times about the dumbest things. But we got along really, really well on that set. And then he mentioned it to me after we started filming that. And then, yeah, here we are. And I honestly, I almost all of my favorite people that I've met in the acting industry were in this project. So I feel like it was kind of just the whole month leading up to it. I felt like a kid getting ready to go to summer camp in a way. I was just so excited. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Cause like I heard that Alexandra Butler is in it because
Yeah, yeah.
you, yeah, because like you guys did like Piglet together.
Yeah, we did. I mean, honestly, Alex's kindness on that set is something that has kind of been a through line to everything good that's come my way in the past year now, or year and a half since Piglet. I think year and a half. But a project that I did with him and with Wayne, Alex put me forward for that, and so it's kind of like kept in the family a bit here, which I really like. Everyone's kind of helps everyone out. But Alex, yeah, working with him again was amazing, and yeah, he's just as kind as he is talented. I think I can say that about everyone on this set. Is everyone is just as kind and down to earth as they are talented.
Yeah, that is totally true. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it is great to have like like Alex, because
Mhm.
he might be doing really good at season 13 as well.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he is it's a different role because obviously in Piglet, like, you don't get to like see his face, and I think that he's someone
yeah.
that he is such a talented actor, which I think he's such a great physical actor that you don't need to see his face to see what a great actor he is. But I think in this one it was so nice to just be able to like, watch him like watch his face work and stuff, which is not what I got to do in Piglet, is see that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Um, so what was it like working with the cast and crew for season 13?
It's like I said, it literally felt like summer camp to me in a way, because it was like in the morning. I don't know if you know this feeling, like when you're a little kid, and I kept saying I felt like a bit of an idiot, but like in a good way, is when you're a kid on Christmas morning and you run out in your little PJs to the tree and you're like, Mom, Dad, blah, blah, blah. That's how I felt every morning, kind of waking up and going to set. Because I remember Wayne and Alex, and then Nicola. Nicola would be up doing yoga. Wayne and Alex would be having a coffee, and I would run out and be like, Good morning, guys, and just felt so excited to be there. And I think like something that I really don't like about kind of, I guess, the industry right now is people do kind of praise the air of like nonchalance of just like, oh, it's whatever, like where no one on this set was nonchalant about the project at all. I think everyone was showing up every day like, how can we do that? I mean, it starts with Jack and Lewis just being like, as opposed to being like, we're doing this in 4 days, this is going to be tough. They were like, we're going to do this in 4 days and we're going to make history. Point blank, period, no questions asked. And I think when you have two people at the top that are leading a project in that way, everyone that is a part of the project is then going to go, yeah, then that's what we're doing. And so I think everyone was waking up, going to set, and just wanting to create the best possible product. And there was no one that was not like that. I think occasionally on a set you get everyone having a good attitude, and you'll get a couple people that are like, I don't know. But no, everyone was in the room, and I felt this immense like sense of pride, especially because I knew a lot of people I did know well, some people I didn't. But just seeing people really going there and putting all of their like literal blood, sweat, tears, heart on into this room, and into this project. But it was a dream. Honestly, I still feel like I'm coming down off the high of being a part of it. It was amazing.
Yeah, I bet it was amazing. And like what you said that you guys were shooting the film in 4 days. Like
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that was
I
quick.
You know what it was, but I think, like I said, about Jack and Lewis had such, they framed it in a way that it wasn't, because I think sometimes with these films that are filmed quick, people are like, we're not going to have enough time. And people go in with an innately kind of negative attitude towards that, where Jack and Lewis were like, we're doing it in 4 days and we're going to kill it. And I think that, like I said, that bled through the entire cast and crew, because even though it felt quick at times and it felt like, at least personally, only ever felt like positive, stressful. I kind of was just like,
Mm.
okay, cool. How can I take these circumstances of doing it quickly, but then let that kind of work for the project in a way? Because we were in the one location, and yeah, it was crazy, but I think we killed it.
Yeah, I bet you guys did. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing all you guys in the movie.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. What do you like about season 13?
I like that even though it does kind of check all the boxes for the kind of gore horror genre, I think that Jack and Lewis have done a really great job to still make sure the characters are grounded in some sort of reality. And I think that because it is being marketed as the like Love Island meets Saw, you
Mm.
know, the the couples feel real. And I think that because of that, when the gore and all of that stuff starts happening, that hits a bit harder because you actually do feel connected, at least from my perspective, watching it while people were acting. And I hope that translates to what the film ends up looking like. You still feel connected to the characters and you feel connected to the relationships. And I think that that's what I like about it. And I like that, at least for me personally, with my character, in a weird way, because it was couples. Where with horror films, sometimes you're in a weird circumstance and you're with your friends and blah blah blah. Like I'm someone like I was raised in a way where like, my mom, my dad, like we all love very hard, like I would live and die for my parents, for people that I love. And so I think that it was really accessible for me as an actor because I was like, if I was here with my boyfriend, I would be prepared to do anything and everything to get out this door. Like and I think that with Scarlett, I found that very tangible and I found that really realistic in a way, even though the circumstance, obviously, God forbid we ever end up, in season 14, one day, 15, 16.
Yeah.
I think that anyone, it doesn't have to be a partner, but anyone that knows that like kind of deep love could kind of put themselves in the contestant's shoes and know like what would I do in that situation,
Yeah.
which is really cool and I think really unique because it doesn't feel like they're just one level characters.
Yeah, yeah, that's so true. Because, like, I mean, I heard, like, Wayne did told me that, because, like, it sort of does remind me, like, Big Brother or Love Island. Because, like,
100%, like
yeah,
Squid Game, kind of, yeah.
yeah, something like that. So,
But I think what it also does a really good job of is, you know, we kind of with the reality shows, with whatnot, is you start kind of in a way, even though you know some of it's not real, blah blah blah, you
mm,
start watching it in a way where you're like rooting for the certain couples and you're doing this, but then you realize like you've kind of fell for the trope of like, oh, the creators have made this girl look like the bad girl or made this girl look like the nice girl. And I think that looking at season 13 as just a full movie when people watch it back, I think that it's going to be a very like meta thing to watch it back and be like, oh wait, was I was consuming that, I am the viewer of this kind of game, which I think is super cool.
yeah, I bet it is really cool. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, I think you're gonna love it, Tate. I really do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will.
I think you will.
um, yeah. Were there any particular challenges you faced?
I think that, I mean, I started prepping for it as soon as Lewis and kind of were, like, I started talking to him about some character stuff, probably like a month or two prior to shooting. And I think that there is something about doing a project that your friends are producing that, at least for me, that makes the stakes higher because as much as, I'm sure if I got on a Christopher Nolan set one day, I'm going to want to deliver as well. But like when you know it's your friends and you know it's their passion project, you just want to like give your heart and soul to it because you know that's exactly what they're doing. And I think that that makes it more challenging kind of in the build up to it because you're just like, oh my God, I have to deliver, have to like blah, blah, blah. And then also, like I said, I've worked with so many of these people before that this is not a room of people that I could go in and do like an okay performance and they're not going to know that I'm giving an okay performance, And I think that like, for example, someone like Wayne, probably the best acting that I feel like I've done was in a project opposite Wayne. So in my head, I'm like, he's standing there and he knows what my 10 looks like. And I'm in this room and I'm around people that know like me at my best. So then I'm going to have to show up and I'm going to have to deliver more, which I think becomes kind of challenging, but also becomes like, at least for someone like me, I love that. So I think that even though in the morning I was, oh God, I have to deliver, I have to deliver, I have to deliver, it ended up being a very positive feeling. I think honestly the most challenging thing was walking off set and being like, dang, we're done. Like that was really kind of having to like then let it go, on to the next step of things. But in terms of, I guess like the only challenging thing that I do find with horror sometimes is just making sure that in bizarre circumstances your characters still are grounded and you still are kind of like, obviously, like because of the pacing of horror films, you don't get to see the characters on their best day or like the best day of their lives or the happiest day of their lives. You're just seeing basically the literal worst days of their lives or the end of their lives or whatnot. So I think it's just, even though you don't see that, remembering those small things and also trying to bring bits of that into the film as well. And I think with season 13, like we very kind of naturally, because we all got along so well, we're able to do that. It's just bringing that bits of hope, that bits of happiness, bits of kind of like just like real human behavior. But yeah.
Yeah, that is so true. So yeah, I mean, it would be like a complete challenge. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you would have done a great work with this movie.
I hope so. I really think that across the board, I mean, I like I said, I felt such a intense amount of pride to see all of like my friends doing some of the best work that I've seen them do. I mean, Lewis caught me a couple times when we were doing some of his coverage where I'd be sat there and I'd be scared, but my like mouth would like curl up and I'd start smiling a bit because I was just like, God, this guy's so talented. Like, and I was like, no, Shayli, stay in it. But it's like you almost start like for me, I start sometimes in a scene like for a split second, I'll kind of break character and I almost start celebrating for my scene partner because I'm like, dang, like that is they're doing amazing. And I think that that is the most like rewarding part of acting. And I think that being on this set really made me realize that it's not just kind of like your own personal wins, but being in a scene with someone and you know they're winning the scene in a way, like you know the camera's eating it up, and you just like, and I felt that way so many times on this set. It just really, again, like felt so much pride in everyone's work, and whether that's cast, crew. I mean, Jack, I think that he, especially being a first time director, he had this like ability to be so kind and so supportive and so encouraging and just and you knew it was genuine. Whereas sometimes I feel like some directors they'll
Yeah.
compliment you and they're just like good job, but you knew he genuinely meant everything he was telling you. But he also knew when to like if you gave him a suggestion that he didn't like or it didn't serve the story, he was like, no, I don't know about that. And he kind of did both in a way that was so natural. Honestly, I think that this is just a first of like many amazing films that he's going to direct. But yeah, it just across the board, everyone was fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, I bet everyone was fantastic. Like I cannot wait to interview more of the others. So
I think you're
yeah.
going to hear so many. There's such a good idea you've had too. I think you're going to hear so many cool little anecdotes and little stories. And I think that it would be cool after the movie's out to talk to you again and kind of like, you know, all of us revisit what we've said and be able to actually kind of, tell you more.
Yeah, definitely. Because like you're the fourth one, so I think that means like I got like 10 more planned. So
Dang. Oh man.
yeah, yeah, I'm really excited for more.
Oh,
Um, so I have the last question about season 13, and then we should talk about I Know What You Did Last Christmas.
I would love
Um,
to.
so what do you hope the audience feel when they see season 13?
I hope that they go in again expecting the gore and the horror and they get that, but I hope they also leave, you know, just rooting for someone. I think that there's so many characters to root for and yeah, gosh, it is so hard to not
It is
say.
hard.
Um, I just hope they want more. Honestly, I think that like Jack and Lewis have created a world that really could, I could see this becoming so many different things. And yeah, I just hope that we keep them locked in, and I hope that that kind of energy that we felt in the room. And I mean, I will give props to Wayne because day one we shot. I feel like every actor, your first scene that you shoot, for me, every time my first scene on a set is when I have that inner monologue of like, am I good at this? I actually don't remember. Like, have I been doing this since I was six? Like, I think so. But Wayne came in just like guns a-blazing, just full energy, 100%. And I think that like that energy that he set the tone that first day. And I think all of us just took that and ran with it. And I just really hope that that energy that we built in the room translated onto screen. Obviously, we think it did. We didn't see it, but I just hope that the audience feels that. And I hope it keeps them locked in, and I hope they, I just hope they love it.
Yeah, I hope so too, because like you can trust me that I'll definitely give it a good review because I love every horror movie I see.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think that it's, and I mean, our DOP Sean, he was incredible, and I think that like there's so much artistry behind the whole film, and I think that sometimes with horrors like that I've been on, it's just like quick, 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 do this, do that. And even though it was quick, I think that Jack and Lewis, like being our producers, really created a space for everyone to actually be able to like paint in a way. Like everyone had their little paint. We had our little actor paintbrushes, and the makeup team had their literal paintbrushes. Sean had his paintbrush. Um, and we were all able to do that like with the colors that we were going to bring to the project, and it was amazing. So I think it's going to be just just such a great film. I can't wait to see it. I'm dying to see it already.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely dying to see it as well. So I cannot wait for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm going to talk about I Know What You Did Last Christmas because like that does sound like a good Christmas horror movie to watch. Um.
Have you seen it yet?
Oh, it's out on Amazon, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's out because my parents have seen it. I'm not sure if it's out only in the US or if it's out other places as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not.
I don't know if it's out in Australia, and like and unfortunately I don't have Amazon, but I have Tubi. So
Gotcha. Okay. So
yeah,
maybe wait till I'll look into it and I'll let you know.
yeah, that sounds good. How did you get involved in this one?
That one was just Lauren who was on this project. She was, I think she was doing the casting for that one, and yeah, just kind of was like, "Do you want to do it?" And a director, Greg Randolph, who's another one of the like token Americans in the UK, he was directing it, and he had just directed rom-com that I had done, and I was like, he's one of those people that I was like, anything he's directing, I'm in. So I hopped on that one. But yeah,
Yeah, that's amazing. Cause like I mean I've actually seen the trailer of that movie and it
yeah,
looks so good. Like it looks
it was
like a
so fun.
killer,
Oh
like a
yeah, it
killer
is.
dressed as Santa.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah, it is. It is. Again, I'm
Mm.
trying not to spoil it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but it's that one was just fun. I think that it was super absurd, I think, to do like a Christmas horror like that. So a lot of the kills were just crazy. Oh no, I'm coughing. Crazy and strange. Um, but yeah, it was super fun. I think that one was like 7 days, 8 days. Um, but yeah, I think you'll like that one as well.
yeah. I thought so too. Cause like it does remind me of like Silent Night, Deadly Night. Cause like that has a killer dressed as Santa.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I can't wait because I'm seeing the reboot tomorrow in the movies. So
I know what you did last, the new one.
yeah, there's a new one,
The one
and
with Madeline Klein. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
because I just
you know what?
yeah
I loved it because I thought that it's like it kind of makes you a bit nostalgic, and I think that like I kind of like that, and it's why I like season 13. It's like you you have like the group of guys, group of girls, and it just like I just think it works, and I think that it's super nostalgic, that film. I thought it was really, really good, and it was cool to kind of pay homage to the original, but then it also takes its own kind of form, which is cool as well.
yeah that is so cool. I cannot wait for this one. I hope I get to see it when I can.
Oh, I hope so too. I'll look into it. I'll see what it's on in Australia, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Um, what was it like working with the cast and crew for this one?
For I Know What You Did Last Christmas.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, I mean, it was, oh gosh, that was so long ago now. My brain is like getting everything mixed up.
Yeah,
I
I
was, again,
bet.
it was so fun. I think that Greg is an amazing director, and I think that it was, I didn't know that many people other than Lauren and Connor, I want to say, prior to doing it. Um, but I guess it was like a super different group because like Piglet was all girls, where this was guys, girls. Um, But yeah, and I guess it was like we were just trying to create this friend group and kind of create where everyone kind of fit in the friend group, which was cool. And again, it's kind of again like the original. It's like something bad had happened a year prior, and we're all coming back to the cabin where it's happened. Um, and yeah, I'm trying not to give anything away, but yeah, I had another like I Lauren and I, we drove up together, and we were kind of like basically we were all we knew is we were going in the first day and shooting the ending, the whole ending. first day, and
Oh,
we were stuck in traffic. So we and I like have this fear of being late, and we were stuck in traffic. I think the journey was supposed to take us 2 hours, and it took us four. And
oh,
running lines in traffic, and then we ran in and basically shot the whole ending, like in like that, like put costume on, tiny bit of makeup, and just went for it. And I think that that was like really nerve-wracking, but I think in a way it really helped the end of the film, which is like the last 15 minutes are my favorite part of the film. So hopefully, like you like it. I think you will. It's super cool.
yeah, yeah. I bet it's so cool. And like, it does suck that you like being stuck in traffic. So,
Oh my God. Well, you know what? That's what's wild is I like because I don't love train travel. It's something I miss about like having a car in the States. But I think with the trains, unless they're delayed, you'll usually get there in time. But we were stuck in horrible traffic. And we were like, oh my God, we got to get there. We got to get there. And then as soon as we got there, it was like, okay, a most emotionally intense moment of the whole film. Um, but yeah, it was a lot of fun.
yeah, I bet it was a lot of fun. I think I have one more question.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
what do you hope the audience feel when they see "I Know What You Did Last Christmas"?
I think that one's just a lot of fun. I think it's, like there is some like depth to it. But I think because it's a Christmas horror, you know, it's scary and it's gory, but it's not gonna keep you up at night. And I think that I'm someone that when I was first kind of starting to do films, I wanted like everything that I made to have such a like deep emotional impact. That was all I was always like, oh, I want to do all the dramatic stuff. I want to do the heavy stuff where like there are some horror films that are literally just fun to watch. You know,
Mm.
it's less so character driven and it's less so kind of, trying to be something that it's not, where I think that I Know You Did Last Christmas, like it's a lot of fun. And I think that people will watch it and be like, that's just ridiculous in like the best way.
Yeah, yeah, I bet it is. So, yeah, I really hope it goes well. And like, I mean, it
Yeah.
is out, so I hope it's like going, like getting more good reviews.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if there's been a lot of eyes on it or not, but I'll have to look into it. But I hope
Yeah,
if and when you do see it, let me know what you think of it because I value your opinion.
yeah, I'll definitely let you know what I think of it when I see it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all the questions. So,
Dang.
yeah, it was so lovely chatting with you.
So nice talking to you again, Tate. I think this is gonna have to be like a yearly thing.
Yeah, yeah, I think so because there's lots of other movies I need to because you're in a lot, aren't you?
I've done quite a few, yeah, quite a few horrors, and then I have a pilot coming out next month with Wayne and Alex. That's not a horror, but it's intense and it's kind of messed up, but it's not a horror. But I'm really excited about that coming out. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm so looking forward to it. So so yeah. Thank you so much for coming to chat with me.
anytime, Tate.
Yeah. So everyone, if you are interested in seeing season 13, then go check it out when it's released. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook to stay tuned for the release date. And go check out Shayli Reagen's social media to check on her work. And hopefully that everything will go well with season 13. So
I
thank you
hope
so much for listening or watching this interview. And thank you so much for coming to chat with me, Shaylee. It was so amazing coming, like having you
Of
back.
course. It was so great talking to you again. Honestly, Tate, like you're the kind of person that makes all of our work worth it. And the care that you show us and stuff, we appreciate it so much.
And thank you so much. I'm really proud about that.
Oh.
And, so guys, make sure to stay spooky, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.
Bye.